Hello, we are Mule Bike Rack. Do you want an affordable, high-quality mountain bike rack to take your friends and yourself from your home to trail in no time? Well, we've got you covered. Enter our bike rack. Our competitors run their vertical bike racks from anywhere from $600 to $900. Not everybody in the mountain biking industry has $600 to spend on a bike rack. There are a huge amount of young, experienced bikers that need a bike rack but can't afford $600. This is where we come in. Our bike rack is high quality but also affordable. So, with that in mind, we have one question. Do you want to take your friends to the trail without breaking the bank? Here's where we're going from here. We already talked about the problem we're going to solve. We're going to hit our competitors and how we are differentiating ourselves from them. We're going to go into our hypotheses and the testing we did to prove them. We're going to hit some financials, enter our funding, and then go into our future vision. We're going to show you our prototype and wrap it up. So here we go.
So this is a list of our main competitors. The top competitor is Yakima Racks. They offer the $600 option that can carry 4 bikes. The next main competitor is Velociracks. They offer a bike rack that can carry 4 bikes, and that starts at $800. And then the last 3 are around $900 to $1,000. So they're definitely up there with the price.
So the value our customers are getting from buying our bike rack is that we have a convenient product design at an affordable entry cost. We're also very competitively priced, and we have a similar design aspect compared to the leading market competitors. So for the hypothesis and test results, so for our first hypothesis, there is an unserved customer segment in the existing industry. Our market research says that most of the interest is coming from avid bikers that want to be able to carry 4 or more bikes, but cannot afford the competitors. We currently have 5 pre-orders for the spring, and our research has shown that many experienced young bikers are interested in buying bike racks, but just can't afford a $600 or more bike rack. So for our second hypothesis, we can sell the bike rack for less than $600, which is the price. We're currently waiting on Lausanne funding. It has been approved. We're just waiting to get it. We're priced out the steel from a local supplier, and we're just waiting for the Lausanne funding so that we can start building the racks. And for our third hypothesis, customers will not associate lower price with lower quality. We're waiting on prototype to build a prototype. We've gotten feedback from potential users through social media engagement and visits to local bike shops in Utah. We reached out on Instagram to professional bike riders to see if they were interested in the bike rack or not, and many of them seemed to be very interested.
Here's some pro forma financial statements that we put together for you. We have put together an estimate of what it would cost for us to produce these, and based on that estimate, we've priced our product initially at $450, which is about $150 less than the lowest competitor on the market right now. Our first year is assuming that we are going to sell 250 bike racks, which is our goal. And then in the second year, we want to up it to 500 bike racks, and in the third, 1,000. We plan on accomplishing the increases through additional marketing and advertising costs. You'll see those increase every year. We plan on primarily funneling that to social media, where we can set spending allowances in per day measurements. With the first year, we're going to spend about $15 per day on social media advertisement, up that to $45 in the second year, and then about $55 in the third year. And then in the third year, we also plan on adding additional manufacturing and storage space for our inventory to increase our production capability. So what we need from you is additional funding basically to get our first year's production off the ground. We've already gotten seeded for our initial prototype. We've gotten $491.31 from Lassonde funding. That's going to help us build an initial prototype and maybe cover any additional expenses that might come from that first bike rack that we build. But from you, we're seeking $101,775 from you to cover our first year's expenses. That'll allow us to buy the material for the first 250 racks, which is going to cost about $40,000 for the steel. We've calculated that the average welder wage rate in Utah is a little over $17 an hour. We think that we need about 10 hours per rack. So we're estimating $50,000 in labor expense for the first year for the 250 racks. We also need to buy a welder, and then we need to buy the FEMAP software, which will allow us to do quality testing on stress testing for the material based on our design and help us make sure that we're giving a quality product to our customers. Our vision for the future, we obviously intend to scale our manufacturing processes as we go. One example that we have listed in our financial statements is increasing our capacity by not only getting a manufacturing and inventory storage space, but we also increase our equipment depreciation in year 3 to accommodate that we're going to buy additional welding machines and other materials that we may need. We also plan on continuing to partner with public and private partners such as shuttle services, potentially at the University of Utah and in the canyons, so that we can get our bike racks placed there. We also want to form key partnerships with local bike shops so that we can have a featured local product there that they can kind of pitch customers towards as an alternative to our competitors.
So the image on the right shows our computer design of the prototype. And this prototype utilizes common steel parts, which really helps decrease the cost. And our design also simplifies or minimizes moving parts. The only moving part is the pivot point at the bottom, which allows for the user to move the bike rack out of the way of their truck bed or car trunk so that users can still access the back of their car. Our initial prototype uses welded joints, which will be replaced later with bolted joints, but bolted joints require a little bit more in-depth engineering analysis, but will allow for a quicker assembly in the future. And this design is significantly over-designed to ensure structural integrity. This does come at the cost of weighing a little bit more, but as we do more in-depth engineering analysis, we will be able to reduce the amount of material and reduce the weight further. So we're really excited to start pumping out racks. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to our pitch.